Alright, hey, welcome back to Car Talks, where I rant, ramble, rave, and word vomit my thoughts on training, life, and fitness. This one's for Harrison Little, who asked if I would go on a rant about RPE 6, and yeah, I guess we'll rant on this one. I didn't really know about people doing RPE 6 until you mentioned it. So let's talk about it. RPE 6. Why would you do an RPE that low? Like, seriously. Like, if we look at RPE and we look at, like, even percentage-based training, like, okay, an RPE 6 means there's basically, like, no effort. I like to think of it, I had an emoji chart on my athletes' walls, right? So, like, young kids, like, we had originally tried to do RPE, and this is before I kind of decided to kind of say no to it because I realized how bad a marker it was. And just like sitting there, like RPE 6, I had it in, like, it was like the crying, like, it was like the crying emoji, like crying, laughing. Because you get to 6 and it's just like, am I supposed to be feeling something? Like, I feel a little bit, like, hey, like there's a little bit of weight in my back, there's a little bit of weight in my hands. But if we're really looking to try to make progress, like, you'll get some work doing 70 or like an RPE 7. Better, we're doing 8. You know, obviously we don't want to fly too close to the sun. We're not trying to, you know, burn our feathers off here. Icarus is a thing, but at the same time, like, I guess RPE 6 is technique work. Like, I don't know what this is, guys. I don't really see a point in doing sub RPE 7 for most athletes. Now, like I said, RPE, if you don't really know what RPE feels like, you know, I've gone on how RPE 10 kind of feels like your face is melting off and you're gonna die, and you can't breathe. But RPE 6, like, that's technique work, and there's a place and time for technique work. But if you're doing actual strength sets at RPE 6, I have some questions for your programming. I think that you might not be doing what you think you're doing, unless, you know, like some power sets, you know, if you're doing like cleans or something, which RP is a terrible thing for cleans anyway. But if you're doing like some speed sets, like, all right, I can get like some adaptation out of a sub 6, but I don't know, man. I didn't know this was a thing. It's just kind of baffling. I'm really just kind of word vomiting in this one. I just don't know what we're talking about at this point. RP 6, really? All right, well, until next time, guys. We'll see you in the passenger seat.